she's staring at.
Hello, hello. It's another Sunday Gimmick table. The 25th, I believe, we've done of these things, and today I got something very special to commemorate the occasion. So what we have here is a mystery box. Not just any mystery box, this is the Frederick Fornicator's mystery box that I've had in the basement for decades. And this used to cost 10 cents. And for 10 cents you could get 20 cents worth of mystery. And I've never opened this box the decades that I've had it because I've been told that imagination is more valuable than knowledge. And isn't it more important that we wonder about what's inside the box than actually knowing what's inside the box? You know, once you figure out what's inside the box, it kills the mystery, and once you know what's inside the box, there goes the sense of wonder, or something. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to know what's inside that box, because the whole point of a mystery is to solve it. So, yes, we're going to open the box. We're going to open Frederick Fornicator's mystery box. I'll find out what's in this fucker, and it is empty. Oh wait, I got a plastic tab thing. May 11th. So this box is out of date. Oh, it was disappointing. Anyways, here's some other stuff that I filmed with no context whatsoever, and we'll call it a show. Well, that was underwhelming. So yeah, here we are, the 25th Sunday Gimmick table, and I have absolutely nothing special planned for the occasion. Well, that's a bit of a lie. I had a couple things planned, but they fell through because they're not ready to go yet. And I'll show you a couple things I had in mind before we settled on the thing. So I bought this Defender wireless gamepad for the PlayStation from Retro Fighters. It's a wireless thing that lets you play wirelessly on the PS 1, 2, and 3. And I do a proper unboxing, but I already unboxed it. I already played with it, and I'm just using the parts. Anyways, this is the controller. Feels nice. Works fine. No complaints. These are your dongles. This is for your PS1, PS2. This is your USB dongle that, you know, works with the PS3, and also you can plug it to your PC and also your Switch. That works fine there too, and it's just a controller. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. It's just a controller, and I leave it in a box. So there's some paperwork in case you care. We will attempt to take this out. There we go. So yeah, here's a piece of paper letting you know to charge it for 2 hours before using it for the first time. I left it charging for about 3. There's a cable lying around somewhere that it came with, and this is how the thing works, how you pair it and all that. And I just package it in a box here, put it nice and out of the way, keep that all together. It didn't normally come like this. It came with another box, but I used it for the mystery box gimmicks that opened this particular video. So it's just a shell here, and I use that to store other stuff. Because that's what we do with boxes. We use boxes to store things, and if we're... Anyways. So the other thing that I had planned, because I bought this and I was wanting to get my hands on one of these for a good long while, and a chance came along to actually get, was this retro AVS console. I think that's what it's called, right? It's in the bottom there, the AVS retro USB. I wanted to get one of these for a while. It's one of those HD NES Famicom things. So you put your 8-bit NES game packs in there. There's a slot for your Famicom cards. So let's put a Famicom card in there. Ball Blazer. That goes in there. Your power button, and yeah, a bunch of options on there. I wanted to do a video on this. I actually filmed an unboxing video and all that. But I've been playing with this for quite a bit, and I lost the footage somewhere. So as soon as I find it, I'll put a proper video together. But I wanted to put this. I had this laying around. I actually do kind of like this. It's a nice piece of business. Cost me a pretty penny though. I'll be honest with you, with the conversion rates and also the shipping cost and the duties that you have to pay, the taxes for import purposes. But hey, you know what? You ever get a chance to spend something to indulge, you know, and I rarely get to do that these days, especially considering stuff. Like I said, the opportunity presents itself, go for it, because you might not have another chance. And I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a while, and now I do, and I've been enjoying it for quite a bit. So then the thought occurred to me, and I'm going to pause the video so I can move this out of the way. Okay, so bit of a digression here. I guess to showcase future fodder, I guess, for stuff. Yes, I had this Power Rangers Tiger handheld that they released last year, which is a remake of a Tiger handheld from 3 decades ago. And there's also this $10 electronic handheld thing. Should be lots of fun. This Game & Watch Zelda game that I've had for a couple of years, and quite frankly long overdue in doing a little thing on that. VX thing, which is something. And bagel with cream cheese. This isn't getting a video, I'm just hungry. So bagel's not bad. Could have been toasted a little longer, but that's okay. Anyways, back to your regular programming, or whatever it is. Right, so the thought occurred to me, since I haven't done these in a while, since I bought the AVS, I have a whole bunch of NES games. About, I think the last count about 100 something, almost 200 last count. But since that thing can also play Famicom games, and Famicom games are usually usually a little cheaper to attain if you know where to look, I figured I do a little shopping and amass a little collection of Famicom games. And I figured I haven't done one of these in a while where I showed off stuff that I bought recently, or collection videos. I used to, like, for those of you new, I used to do these videos where I would show off various bits of stuff from my gaming collection library things. And I think I took most of those videos down for the simple reason that, well, basically I stopped making those videos for the simple reason that, A, when you do freaking pickups, you run the risks of making those videos obsolete. So here's a collection of Game Boy games, and then 3 days later you bought 3 more Game Boy games that you found for really, really cheap. So collection videos became pickup videos, and then I stopped doing pickups because stuff started getting more expensive, and I just, and quite frankly, telling people what I bought on Steam, which isn't very much, is not very interesting because you want to show off some of this stuff. So we're going to start off with the earliest Famicom stuff that I had from like years ago, and some of this I may have showed off because these are mostly multi-carts, but I'll do multi-carts. So these are the bootleg Famicoms that I had. This is an 8-in-1, and you can see here it's got Bombless Tetris, Mermaid, Hatris, Double Dribble, Gold Mario, which I'm assuming is Super Mario The Lost Levels, Bomberman 2, Contra, and Zelda. I could have done this on its own as its own video. I might do that one of these days. Give that a looky. Next up, we have a bootleg version of Super Contra. It's even got codes in the back to give you a bit of an edge on the competition. Got a bootleg version of Arkanoid, number 16. Originally sold for $15. We got a Kunyan game whose name escaped me. I had to look this up online, what game this was, and I forgot what it was called, so I'll try to add a text blurb in the middle letting you all know what that is. But if you're familiar with their Famicom stuff, you know what it is. If not, don't worry. This is a 32-in-1. This is the list of games. You're probably wondering why I had a bunch of... I had these for years, by the way. This is the Super Mario Party cartridge that we did a video on ages ago when I had the Miracle X Korean console. We have Super Mario Brothers, bootleg copy, Super Mario Brothers 3. We have another multi-card, 15-in-1. All of these I pretty much bought at a flea market, so those were easy to attain. This is a bootleg copy of Circus Charlie. Probably bring this up closer, but I got more stuff to show. So, but yep, we got Golden Mario, which is once again Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, or Super Mario Brothers 2. As we're supposed to call it, the glorified ROM hack. And finally, we have a pirate copy of Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. I know it says that it has the Japanese title, but it's literally Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, as in it's the actual North American version of Castlevania 2. Because obviously, Dracula 2 in Japan was released for the Famicom Disk System, and I don't believe this game ever got a actual cartridge version. I know the first Castlevania was originally disked to Famicom FDS and then was converted into a cartridge format, and the cartridge version is what's used for the Anniversary Collection. Don't worry if all of this goes over your head. None of that matters. So these are the pirate carts that I had for years, some of which I showcased in a couple videos in the past because I had that Korean Miracle X thing, which I may have laying around somewhere. I haven't touched it in ages, but I had that laying around somewhere. So we're going to push that more to the back. And actually, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Hello. Another digression to show you another piece of thing that isn't getting showcased, so may as well. So I got this Game Stick Lite for free, of course. 4K Ultra HD, which I'm sure is very Ultra HD. You have a mini SD card which contains a whole bunch of ROMs that are officially licensed, I'm sure. Basically a big old emulator stick. You have your USB slot to plug in your controllers, which it comes with, which I don't have anymore for a reason I will explain There's the USB Type 3 or 220, whatever it is, that you plug to your power adapter thing. Anything that will supply power. Let's just put it that way. And of course, you plug this into your HDMI port on your TV or whatever, and it should display a fine game on screen. Problem is that when I try to put this onto my TV, straight to the TV, it doesn't work. I do it into my Gimmick, where I capture all the footage for the thing, and I'll get a loading screen, and that's about it. Tried plugging it in a couple different places. The most I would get is a loading screen. It would hang there for like hours, and it would crap out. So what I have here is a paperweight that probably is so light, cheap, and plasticky it won't even hold down paper. So that's a bit of a bust. Fortunately, I did not pay a whole lot for this. I paid nothing, actually. I got this as a freebie, with a bunch of other stuff, and next. So now that we got the bootleg stuff out of the way, let's dive into the official stuff, because we gotta get official carts now. So we got Super Mario Brothers. Of course we did. You have to have Super Mario Brothers, and this is a bundle deal that also came with Super Mario USA, aka Super Mario Brothers 2, aka the converted version of Doki Doki Panic that originally graced the Famicom Disk System, and then they converted it into Super Mario Bros. 2 for the American audiences, and then they reconverted it back to Japan as Super Mario USA so they could sell the same game and not worry about licensing. Though, to be fair, that version is the improved version of Doki Doki Panic. You didn't have a save feature, but you could run, among other things, so it's a step up regardless. We got Super Mario Bros. 3, so we got a bootleg copy and a proper copy. We got Mock Rider. Got Ice Climber. Got Urban Champion. And you have no idea how much it pains me to put these 3 games over 3 Super Mario games, because I don't have a high opinion of these games. But they were part of a bundle deal that included a bunch of stuff. That includes a few Pulse Line games, because people like them Pulse Line stuff. So we got Mario Brothers. We got Donkey Kong. We got Donkey Kong Jr. We got Donkey Kong 3. We got Popeye. And big favorite, Popeye no Oigo Asabi. It's the Popeye game that teaches you English, or Japanese, whatever the case may be. So anybody out there who's looking at this Famicom collection and wondering why aren't you getting any fucking Pulse Line games? You need Pulse Line games. There's your fucking Pulse Line games. Fuck off. Because I know somebody's gonna bitch about that, but whatever. Who cares? Anyways, Kirby. You gotta have Kirby in there. And of course, you know I have to get these. Got Rockman. Got Rockman 2. Rockman 3. Rockman 4. Rockman 5. Rockman 6. That was a bundle deal as well. And coincidentally, it's actually second Rockman 5 copy that I had, because I had Rockman 5 before, And that was a bundle deal, so I have 2 copies of Rockman 5. And there you go. We got Tetris, the bulletproof software version. Coincidentally, my favorite version of Tetris on the Famicom. We also got Tetris 2 plus Blombliss, which is another Japan-only version of Tetris. And this cost a pretty penny, but it was worth it. Akamaji Densetsu, Castlevania 3, the one with the special sound chip. We got Parodius. We got Konami YY World. We got Konami YY World 2. We got Quarth. Gotta have some Quarth. We got Ballblazer. Ballblazer on the Famicom, by the way. It's not all that great, but it's nice to have a copy of that regardless. We got Super Star Force. So that's another game to add to the Star Force line. And finally, because you just had to get this, even though it's not that great of a game, we got Star Wars from Namco. It's the one where you fight Darth Vader and he turns into a scorpion, among other various animals. And that's the Famicom lot as of June. When am I recording this? June something, the middle of June 2024. And yeah, it's cool. You know, it's not something that I needed to dive into or anything like that, but to tell you the truth, you know, it opens up a new avenue of that I didn't have before. And you know, Famicom stuff tends to be a little bit on the cheap side. It depends. There's obviously going to be some stuff that's going to be a little more pricier, but if you know where to look, you know, you could find this stuff on the cheap. Someone in Toronto that was selling a bunch of these, so the shipping ends up not being an issue. But hey, you know what? This is I make no qualms about this being a somewhat needless endeavor, but you know what? I'm fascinated by this stuff. Like, I enjoy the thrill of, like, building a little collection of games and just getting a whole bunch of these little parts and stuff like that. Like, I enjoy that thrill. And of course, most of this is from eBay, which, you know, 20 years ago, if you had asked me to consider eBay as a possible avenue of getting stuff, I'd tell you to go fuck yourself, because I was never big on the online storefront stuff. Like, I was never big on Amazon or anything like that, but I don't know, years of dealing with Amazon and their free shipping and all that, and mind you, eBay is a different beast altogether, but still, you know, the fact that I was able to build a little Famicom collection in a short amount of time, especially, you know, and that gives me, you know what, on the one hand, it's nice to start building a collection again, but on the other hand, on the flip side, it's pretty much review fodder all over again. And mind you, not everything is review fodder, because, you know, Rockman, Mega Man, I've done this stuff before in the past. I don't think we need to go through it again unless there's another Mega Man anniversary, 40th anniversary that's underwhelmingly celebrated, but like stuff like YY World is perfect for October. We're going to get around to that, and Well, someone was clamoring for me to play Densetsu for Halloween, and we could play the Famicom version instead of dealing with the so we could have like a nice full-size picture that doesn't have any scan lines or anything like that, because that's the one thing I didn't like about the Anniversary Collection. But I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, that was the collection. The start of a horrible idea, I'd imagine, but on the other hand, yeah, I got no regrets. And where the fuck is it? I can't find it. I guess we'll learn some English somewhere along the way. Or maybe we'll learn some Japanese words. Try to read some kanji, which I could use to help since I'm getting a whole bunch of these Famicom games. But I don't know, that's all I got. I don't know if there's anything else coming after this. I'm just sort of recording these in bits and bobs here and there, so yeah. So she's not quite ready to go yet, but there you go. He's already on her way out. So, her name's Maya. She's a Malshi with a Maltese Shih Tzu crossbreed sort of thing. She's a few months old, and she's an asshole. She's docile now, because it's late, but she has her moments of insanity, but we love her nonetheless. Oh. Final result, eat the snack. And she's gone. And she's under the chair. Brilliant. Anyways, that is all. Good night.